Okay, so I wanted to start real quick on, it was a pretty interesting night last night, but I wanted to start with Matt Duchene. He had a hat trick last night. Of course, they were down 5-0. Montreal beat Nashville 6-3 last night. Montreal was up 5-0 when he started to get on a roll. But what's interesting about him is the fact that he's rostered in 68.7% of the teams, right? So 2/3, right? He's got 12 goals, 7 assists, 7 power play points, 53 shots on goal, 43.8 points total, 2.6 on average. And he's only on 2/3 of the teams out there. So that's something to keep in mind right away. I saw that and I was like, wow, why is he not rostered more often? Now, having said that, you do a little research on him and you can understand why. He's never had more than 70 points in a season. The last time he did that was, I think, in 2014. And let me just verify that here. But who knows? I mean, he could be having a real breakthrough season. And this might not be, just a quick start to the season, but it might be. So he had 70 points in Colorado on 2013-2014 season. So a long time ago. And he had 67 back in his second year in the league. Since then, the best he's done is 58 on Ottawa 4 seasons ago. Or no, actually, I'm sorry, 3 seasons ago. 2018-2019. But it's worth taking a look at him if you're struggling with forwards. That's a guy right off the bat that you may want to consider. Now, they do play Anaheim today, so that should be an interesting game. But there's also a couple other guys. Ryan Getzlaf, 39.2. He's rostered 58.8%. And he's got 18 assists. He only has 1 goal, but he's got 18 assists. And again, he's got 17 blocks. If your league has values blocks pretty highly, that's 17 blocks. That's not trivial. And, there's other guys. Jordan Everly is another guy. In 18 games, he's got 9 goals, 5 assists, 74%. So, but 3/4. And he's got 38 points per game. Wouldn't that be nice? 38 points per game. 38 total, 2.1 on average. So there's definitely guys out there on the free agent wire that you can pick up to really improve your team, especially if one of your guys gets injured. And there's also a couple defensemen out there. Cam Fowler is one. He's got 38.4 total points, 2.1 average. He's rostered on 60% of the teams. Brayden McNabb, Vegas defenseman. He's got 46 blocks. So my league values blocks 0.5 point for each block, so that's going to bump his numbers out. He's 36 total at 2.0 a game. So there's definitely guys out there that you can grab on the free agent wire that can really help your team out. As far as my team's going, Marc-Andre Fleury continues to flourish ever since I got rid of him, pretty much. Now, that was probably a rash decision. He got 15 points last night because he got a shutout. So that was a bummer for me personally, just because, I drafted him, what was it, the 8th round is the first goalie I took, and he got 15 points. He got 25 total points, just to show how bad his start was. His total is 25 points this year, and he had 15 total last night. So it tells you how far in the negative he actually was. But as far as who I had last night, I had the Kings against the Coyotes. You'd think, hey, Jonathan Quick's in goal. He only gave up 2 goals, but guess what? They lost the game because, again, Kings are about the streakiest team in the league. So the Kings won their first game against the Golden Knights, 6-2. They proceeded to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. And then they proceed to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And now they've lost 4 in a row. So they're a very streaky team. They I don't know for what reason, but that's just the way it is. And Arizona is playing well. I mean, they've won 2 games in a row now at 2-1. They beat the Red Wings 2-1. I forget whether that was last night or the night before, but they won by the same score. And so that's pretty interesting. So Arizona does actually look like they're getting things together. They certainly don't look like the worst team in the league. That honor definitely belongs to Seattle at this point. So, I mean, I can't, complain about Jonathan Quick. He only gave up 2 goals, overtime loss, only got me 2 points, but hey, it is what it is. Marc-Andre Fleury got 15, so what are you going to do? Anyway, so tonight, both my goalies, Jordan Binnington, hopefully, I think he's on like a 4-game losing streak. John Gibson is going for me as well. Yeah, he's 0-3-1 in his last 4 games with a 3.78 goals against average. So that's not fun. One of those losses was against Arizona, and they play Vegas tonight. So, and just to show you how, he's got minus 4.6, minus 2, and minus 0.02 in his last 3. His last 4, the game to start the streak was minus 2.4. So, hey, what are you going to do? So I got those 2 guys going for me in goal. Not a totally full day. Jordan Kyrou, Troy Terry, who's been really lighting it up, 12 goals and 10 assists in 17 games. If he can keep it up, man, that would be exceptional, but I don't expect it. And Jordan Kyrou is another guy. He's got 8 goals, 10 assists. He's rostered in less than 60% of the teams out there. So, and he's got 37-1 total, 2.2 average. That's another guy you really should look at. And again, these guys might not keep it up, but how far they drop off, you never know. So even if they don't keep up the level they're at now, if they still play pretty well, put them on your bench. Hey, you never know. If they play the right team, maybe, they continue to be hot. Take a look at them at least. So I got Zack Werenski, Kevin Shattenkirk, Mario Ferraro going for me on D. San Jose does play Carolina tonight, so I'm not expecting a ton from him, but he does have 50 blocks on the year, and again they're half a point each in my league, so that's huge. He's got 39 total points, and he's only rostered on 42% of the teams, which it does surprise you. Although he has went up 21% or plus 21%. Yeah, I think. Plus 21.2. It's an ESPN league. That's what it says. So 2.3 on average. So he's definitely been a stud, at least on blocking shots. And, he's got 2 goals and 5 assists to go along with it. So he's done quite a bit of good for me. And Alex Ovechkin, man. 15 goals, 15 assists, 19 games played, 62 total points, averaging 3.3. There's no way he can keep it up. Even though he's Alex Ovechkin, there's no way he can keep it up, is there? Isn't he like 50 by now? I mean, I know he's not, but gee. It's not if he's going to catch Gretzky, it's when, right? So, yeah. So other than that, not too much going on. Let's see what's going on tomorrow. I'm still leading the league. I'm up by 14 points. Definitely don't expect to lead for very much longer, but I've been saying that for a while, so cross your fingers. Looks like tomorrow it's going to be a pretty slow day. Chicago plays Calgary. Tampa Bay plays Philly. And Edmonton plays Dallas. So I'm curious if Koskinen is actually going to start in goal. He hasn't started the last couple games, so they must be just giving him a break. Hopefully that's all it is, because he has struggled lately. So hopefully the rest will do him good. I know Mike Smith is going to come back pretty soon, so we'll see how that whole goalie situation works out. And so that about wraps it up. Thanks for checking me out, and hope to see you again soon. Thanks, guys.